Happy Monday for Markets Policy Partners. I'm John Fagan, joined as always by my partner Brendan Walsh, and we've got the 5 top macro themes for the week. Number one, coming in again at the same top slot, is the Fed rate expectations, where we still have the gap between Fed communications talking hawkish and higher for longer, and futures markets that are looking for rate cuts to begin as early as July. And even if there's a kind of a 50-50 sort of coin flip for a last rate hike here in May, this is one of the biggest disparities in macro. So number two is earnings. I'll kick it over to Brendan for that.
Yes, earnings are always an important thing, and they always begin with the bank earnings, and it's even more important this year because we had our mini banking crisis. They got off to a very strong start. JP Morgan really knocked it out of the park, and also Wells Fargo, who's had some problems in the past, did quite well. Now we're going to get into the regional banks where we saw the stress with the deposits. So that will be more enlightening as this week and next week progresses. Down to number 3 is U.S. inflation, which has been showing signs of cooling. But also part of that is number 4 is because growth is also slowing. Some of the data has come in on the weak side. And entering the top 5 is a new one, John.
Yeah, it's the first time the U.S. debt limit fight comes into our top 5 macro themes for the week. This is with Speaker McCarthy making a speech at the New York Stock Exchange today, which is expected to try to put forth the GOP plan for deficit reduction and to try to get Wall Street on side and put additional pressure on the White House to try to engage. The White House has retained its position that it will not negotiate with the full faith and credit of the United States government being held hostage, so to speak, by the House GOP, and we're seeing, overall, this hasn't spilled over into sentiment more broadly, but you can see it in things like the very much widening credit default swaps for United States debt, and certainly some of the bill yields that are around the summer when people expect this to be in a binding constraint are elevated in response. This is the top 5. This has been the top 5 macro themes of the week, the 5-minute macro from Markets Policy Partners. You can find us on the web at marketspolicy.com, and thanks for watching.